like a friend from back home.
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.
PHLV Radio.
The Filipino American Cancer Care now brings you On the Air with FACC, tributes and support to those impacted by cancer. On the Air with FACC, the Filipino American Cancer Care on PHLV Radio.
Good evening sa ating mga kababayan dito sa Amerika. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Good morning sa inyo dyan sa Pilipinas. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Ngayon ay buwan na ng Pebrero. February 4, 2022, and this evening or tonight is going to be a very special night para po sa ating lahat dito sa Filipino American Cancer Care. We would like to welcome you all sa ating radio show On the Air with FACC. Filipino American Cancer Care, at mapapakinggan kami dito sa PHLV Radio Las Vegas at syempre YouTube, naka-live streaming tayo sa Amazon Fire, Spotify, Facebook, naka-live streaming din tayo. Maraming salamat. Thank you so much to our station manager, Johan. Kung wala siya, wala tayo dito ngayong gabi. Again, we are celebrating the World Cancer Awareness Day. Now, I would like to welcome yung ating co-host ngayong gabi, yung isa nagpapahinga. Maraming ginagawa si Ed, but we would like to welcome from the heart of Maryland, sa bahay mismo ng kaibigan niya na si Asim. Hi, Asim! At saka syempre, Ali. Hi, Ali! And the family. Right? Batiin mo sila, ha? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Richie Vicente. Hi,
wow.
Rich.
Hello. Wow. Good evening, everyone dito sa Amerika, and good morning. Magandang umaga po dyan sa Pilipinas. We're really excited. Happy February. There's so many celebrations in the month of February, and one of them is the World Cancer Prevention month, the month of February. We're really excited. Yes, hi to Asim, T, Ali, and Mr. Hussein. Hello to everyone. They're upstairs watching.
Rich, did you have your dinner?
I did. I had my dinner.
Oh, I wish.
So good. So good.
I love that kind of food. You know, every week I see to it that I can eat something like that.
Yeah, it's like you gotta have it like once a week or once a month, at least a Mediterranean food.
Oh, I love
Persian
it.
food.
Yan talaga ang paborito ko. Oh my goodness. That's why you look fresh. You look very young, Rich. And you're very good looking, Rich. O, di ba? Si Daddy, yung Daddy. All right.
Well, I want to say hi to Kuya Ed. I miss Kuya Ed.
Mm-hmm. Ed is watching us. Marami siyang trabaho kasi kailangan natin mag-file ng taxes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It is the year. It's the time of the year.
Yeah. And tonight, again, Rich, sabi ko nga, this is going to be a very special night kasi makakasama natin yung ating special guest at syempre kasama yung kanyang better half, and they are going to sing
for us.
Wow.
Excited.
Okay, to introduce our first guest. Ladies first.
All right. So I'm really excited to introduce for everyone our special guest this week is she is a breast cancer warrior and survivor, a lead teacher at Rica Child Care. Wow. Kaya mo ba to, Ate Josie?
Oh, yes. Nagawa ko.
Fitness instructor.
Ay, hindi ko kaya yan. Hindi ko kaya.
Fitness. That's it.
Kaya ko magturo, pero hindi ko kaya
exactly. And also a part-time behavioral therapist. She is married to one of our special guests tonight. Mm-hmm. I know you're going to introduce him. And So Rica's family had a history of cancer, and being aware of this fact, she had been very vigilant when it comes to all annual checkup and starting the routine of annual mammogram at the age of 45. We will hear more about her journey in the conversation tonight. Please welcome Miss Rica Nicdao. Hello, Miss Rica.
Hi, good evening or good morning, Philippines. Good evening, USA. Good evening, Joe, and good evening, Rich.
And thank you so much, Rica, for accepting our invitation na makasama ka ngayong gabi. You know, this is going to be a very special night kasi we are celebrating the World Cancer Awareness Day.
World Cancer.
Yes. Now, we would like to introduce yung husband naman ni Rica. He joined the U.S. Army in September 21, 1989. Boot camp at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, 3 months. After 3 months, he moved to AIT, Advanced Individual Training. And then after 6 months, moved to Fort Campbell, Kentucky from 1990 to 1991. Then, teka muna, yung phone ko, may ano pa siya eh. Mayroong intermission. Deployed to Saudi Arabia and Iraq in support of Desert Shield Storm, and this was his first duty station from 1990 to 1996. Ang dami niyang pinuntahan, Alaska, Korea, kung saan-saan bilang isang military. We would like to welcome on our radio show On the Air with FACC. Mr. Romel Nicdao. Hi, Romel.
Hello, good evening po.
Hello, good evening. Hello.
I think, Romel, if you can help us, no, na yung volume ng inyong...
to speak closer to the...
volume ng inyong computer para mapakita namin ito. Kasi parang malayo eh.
The better?
Yes.
Much better. Ayan. Mas okay na. Okay, Emerich, for the first question. I know, alam ko na kung anong tanong mo, Emerich.
Yung unang love life eh, no?
Of course. Ano ba naman, di ba?
So, yeah.
Nandito tayo sa mundong ito na hindi natin pag-uusapan ang pag-ibig. Lahat naman. Naku, tutula pa ako.
Exactly. No. Tinuturo na ni Miss Nicdao. It's like the Mr. Nicdao will answer the question. No, gusto lang po namin malaman on behalf of our listeners. Tignan mo nga on behalf of our listeners.
And not only that, Emerich, yung Pebrero, buwan to ng mga puso.
Exactly.
It's going to be next week.
Yeah, you gotta, Sir Romel, you gotta share your heart and pour your love story for us. How did you meet Miss Rica, and from there, tell us the history.
Well, I think it's
Sabi ni babae, ikaw na nga. Sabi na asawa. Ano, kaninong version ang papakinggan natin?
Story, true story.
yeah, so
Ano ba? Ano ba? Male version or female version?
the third one, which is kind of like the neutral one. So yeah, I think it's more of not when we met again. So what I'm saying is we've known each other since 80s, which is back in high school time in the Philippines. So we're actually batchmates. So we've known each other. We didn't have any prior relationship or anything like that. So fast forward, I think during my tour to Afghanistan, she happened to be in Dubai, and as I was passing through, and we just kind of met up, and then basically just kind of start talking from there, and start sharing experiences and sharing the big, the many years that passed.
Yeah,
and it just pretty much just, I guess, developed from there. That's the short version.
That's the truth, and it's the destiny, huh? So you guys knew each other from high school.
Yes.
And wow, and how long before you guys met each other in Dubai, and then you were in Afghanistan at that time? How long was?
think 2010.
2000. But when was the last time you guys seen each other before that?
High school.
86.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Alam mo, Rich, kung paano sila nagkakilala? Alam ko, ano? Alam mo kung bakit? Kung paano sila naging close?
Yeah.
Facebook. Ano
Facebook.
Ang salarin, Facebook.
Oh, paano ba? Ano ba yung approach sa Facebook?
I guess so. Was that?
Ah,
I guess social media.
yeah.
Oh, social media. Okay, social media.
Social media. So who said hi first?
Well, I think I think I did because I was passing through Dubai and I just left. And I was back in Afghanistan, and I kind of browsing through Facebook and I saw her pictures, and I know the background, I know that place, so I kind of I reached out, say, hey, I was just there, you know, I was there, and I was like,
And we have a
cool.
group chat,
Right.
the batch.
So yeah, I think
We have this group chat where among the batch 86
Yeah.
school namin.
Yeah.
So doon kami lahat na reconnect. And then
Yeah.
that's when you started
I started kind of not pesting her, but just kind of
just saying
Just
hello.
Start the conversation
trying
from
to get her attention, and she was stubborn at first, but I got her.
Ano yung itsura niya noong high school?
Of course.
Rica. How would you
Say again?
describe him when you were in high school?
Uh-oh.
What?
Sabi ko, how would you describe Romel when you were in high school?
Describe me. You describe
Ako
me.
magde-describe sa kanya? Oh my goodness! You don't want to hear this. Kasi every time I recall his looks about when we were still in high school, he was so skinny, so small. Parang siya yung
He is still skinny.
at saka maitim.
Wow naman.
Hindi siya, alam mo yung parang lang na, yung timid, kaya parang hindi siya masyadong nagsasalita, tahimik.
Siya ba yung crush ng high school?
Not really.
Well,
High school.
not really. No. Honestly, no.
Hindi siya masyadong pansinin nung high school. Parang hindi siya...
He's a quiet guy.
He's a quiet guy. Yeah, actually. He's a quiet guy. Actually, I don't know if I wanna say this on air, pero okay lang kasi manonood yung mga friends namin. Kasi back in high school, yung best friend niya, yun ang boyfriend ko.
Yeah.
Cool. Yung best friend niya, since they eat in one plate. Pero nawala na yun sa eksena. Siya yung, kaya siya, nasa side lang siya sa tabi. Sa gilid.
Was there a time ba na nakita ka ni Romel, nakadate mo yung best friend niya? Nakita mo yung reaction niya? Na parang, oops!
Nakikita niya kami.
But,
Anong feeling mo, Romel? At the time, na may boyfriend pala siya.
no, that time I wasn't really after Rica. I wasn't really she was like, okay, cool. You two are together. I have my own business, so yeah, it wasn't like I'm jealous or anything like that. No, basically it's them at that time. And I didn't even have any, never thought of, hey, one day I'll get you or, you know what I'm saying?
You said that.
Well, it wasn't, so yeah, they basically have their own business and I was doing my own thing. But, now we're here.
But then, when you met each other in Dubai, in Middle East, diba?
Yeah.
How would you describe that moment, no? Na after so many years, nagkita
Actually, we
kayo.
were both excited. Parang, kasi we have a lot of things to share back in high school at saka yung mga life namin. Parang, kasi prior to meeting, we already have known each other through Skype. Parang nag-share na kami ng mga experiences namin. So parang, yung first meeting namin sa Dubai, we're both excited na parang we still have a lot more stories to share back in high school. Kasi meron siyang kwento nung high school at meron din akong kwento nung high school. At tapos yung mga times na hindi na kami magkasama, parang ang dami naming gustong pag-usapan. Tsaka, ewan, excited kami pareho.
Nagulat ka, no? Ang ganda-ganda ng katawan niya, diba?
That's really good.
Nagulat ka ba na makita si Romel?
Mas nagulat ako.
Bakit naman, Romel?
I don't know if I mentioned the first time we talked.
That's his version.
So
again.
anyway,
That's your
like
version.
So when I saw pictures, I was browsing through pictures. I was seeing some interesting pictures, like wow, like wearing shorts and nice legs and so on. Kind of like interesting. So thinking, like I didn't realize that those are old pictures. So fast forward. When I first met her, when I first met her coming out of the airport, and I was like, oh crap, it's not what I thought it was, basically, like the look-wise, like, oh crap. It's just kind of like, you tricked me or something like that, right? I mean, basically what I'm saying is she wasn't, again, I was just looking at older pictures, not the current one. So just kind of...
You have a different in your memory, in your mind, you're expecting.
Well, not memory. Pictures that I was looking at, I didn't realize that those are
the past pictures.
Right. So what I'm saying is she was a little heavier around the waist.
Uh-oh.
Rica will show it to us, yung picture niya, no? Kung gaano siya kataba noon. At nago, yung kanyang katawan.
So,
it's on my phone. I don't know if...
Ayan.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see that during the chat.
Ayun, sexy body naman. Yung 2019 na sexy body. Yung pinakita mo kanina sa akin.
2000.
So you were...
Ayan, Emmerich.
That's it.
Wow. Ang mentor, walang iba kundi ang asawa. Ibang klase itong asawa na to.
Motivator ko.
Yeah, I took it as a challenge. I said, maybe I can kind of do something about this and just kind of introduce her to proper eating and fitness and all that stuff. So
it looks like you guys have a very good chemistry, so that's really nice.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
and you guys know each other since you know your childhood stories.
Pretty
Actually,
much.
Parang
and then we came from the same, I would say, humble past, I guess.
Yeah.
We was, even though, in high school, you always have the nerdy one, and then you got the known, what do you call that? The popular one. I think Rica's somewhere in that popular ones, and I was kind of like here. But behind the scene, we kind of have the same, I would say, humble life or whatever. So.
Yeah.
Also, we experience like growing up with different, we didn't grow up with our own family.
Yeah, again, almost same story. Kind of like, our parents were,
because our parents
some
were
other
both,
countries, kind of, and that kind of,
you can relate to each other.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Iba yung nag-alaga sa amin.
Yeah.
Rica,
Back in high school.
may follow-up question ako. Di ba sabi niya nga kanina, binago niya yung kurba ng katawan mo. Siya ba yung disciplinarian sa inyong dalawa?
Actually, when he tells me of the things that I need to do, I just follow. Parang pag may binibigay siyang instruction sa akin, I just easily follow. Parang mabilis niya akong ma-motivate. Although maraming nagbibigay ng instruction sa akin before, pero pag siya ang nagbigay ng mga guide sa akin, mga instructions, nakikinig ako. So parang mas na-motivate ako pag siya. Mas inspired akong gumala.
So did he motivate you to study pole dancing?
Actually, I really got motivated because noon actually hobby niya kasi is photography. So, nung una kaming magkita, bit-bit niya yung yung camera niya, tas kada kilos ko, every time I move, he just kept taking photos of me. Tapos ako napaka-conscious ko kasi nga chubby yung katawan ko, tapos hindi ako masyadong mahilig mag-picture noon. Tapos what he do is kahit na anong move ko, kahit na anong galaw ko, picture siya ng picture. Tapos nung nasa hotel kami, naka underwear lang ako, picture pa rin siya ng picture. Pag nakikita ko yung mga yung mga bilbil ko, nakikita ko, hiyang-hiya ako sa sarili ko, ang hilig niya mag-picture. So from then on, parang nahiya ako, naging conscious na ako sa sarili ko. Every time he mentioned about about fitness, parang nakikinig na ako sa kanya, yung pagda-diet, how to discipline yourself when it comes to food, healthy food. Nakikinig ako sa kanya. Parang slowly pero nakakaiyak kasi ang sarap kumain.
It's everything is okay, just don't eat too much.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It wasn't
moderation.
Right. It wasn't much like don't eat this, don't eat that,
right,
or just eat this. No, it's more like just
slowly,
cut it in portions.
Absolutely. The healthy portion.
Right.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about your cancer journey, no? Were you the kind of person, Rica, na proactive ka ba pagdating sa health mo, sa kalusugan mo?
I am very proactive when it comes to my health. Actually, yun nga, sabi ko before previous conversations natin, takot ako sa pwedeng mangyari sa akin because of our family history. Especially, mas parang naiisip ko palagi yung mga anak ko. So since then, na talaga ako, medyo conscious na ako sa pagkakasakit, yung mga Tas nung nakilala ko when I met Romel, that's when I get more conscious about myself. Dati sa ko lang yung sa inner ko lang yung pinapansin ko. And then when I met him, when we got together, pati yung sa outside ko na, inaano ko na yung physical, lahat na tinitake in consideration ko na. Pero dati yung puro sa loob lang kasi yung mga pagkain ko lang kahit papaano. I still watch the food I eat to make myself healthy. At saka hindi ko inaabuso yung sarili ko kasi I don't drink and I don't smoke. I never drink and I don't smoke kasi nga takot akong magkasakit. And I love my children kasi gusto ko silang makasama ng matagal. So yun ang dream ko talaga, yung makita ko yung mga anak ko tsaka yung mga apo ko na, So I've been very conscious ever since.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier, so you have a family history of cancer. Yeah. So talk to us so that our listeners can hear it as well. Like, that there's a history in the family. So what are the steps that you did to make sure you're okay?
Yeah, back in the days, when I saw my uncle, my cousins, die of cancer, I started to get scared. So I think when I gave birth to my first child, my OB-GYN reminded me to, do a self-check all the time. So sabi niya, I have to check myself kahit na chine-check niya ako. I still have to do a self-check just to make sure na, just to make sure na walang ma-arrest ko or makikita agad kung ano mang meron ako.
Yeah.
Actually, back in 1995, I was diagnosed with cancer. Actually, nasa stage 0 pa lang siya, sa cervical naman yon. 1995. I survived it. I did not undergo any surgery or any chemotherapy. Drug therapy lang ang binigay sa akin. Pero
for how many years or months?
Siguro, I think that was only 2 years or 1995 until 1998.
So you were on
sandali
that drug
yun.
for several years.
Ha?
You were taking that drug for several years para sa
Oo.
protection mo sa stage zero na cervical.
Yung true, yung first year yun ang first year parang consistent yung ko, and then in the second year mga gradual medications na lang ang binibigay sa akin kasi stage 0 pa lang naman siya noon. Parang hindi pa siya, yung papunta pa lang siya dun sa talagang stage cancer. So kaya lang non-stop yung bleeding ko, non-stop yung ko, tas ang na lang ang suggestion na lang nila sa akin or yung binigay na pinaka main na makakagamot sa akin is to avoid getting stress, too much, masyadong nag-iisip nung time na yon. So yun yung parang nakapagpagamot sa akin, no? I stay away from stress at saka yung depression at saka yung basta kailangan laging masaya daw, sabi. I did that, I just concentrated on my first child. First child, tapos hanggang sa pinanganak ko nga yung second child ko. Actually, let me take back. Nagkaroon ako ng cancer noon after I gave birth to my second child.
After the second, okay.
So I do my self-check every so often, na the same way na kung paano ko na-find out ngayon yung cancer ko ngayon.
Yeah.
So, regular check talaga kahit na meron akong mammogram every.
For the benefits of our listener, if you can talk to us about that when you're doing your self-check, what did you feel? What did you find out? Did it hurt? Was there something that's uncomfortable, and then you say, Romel, I need to go to the doctor? Like, walk us through that so that our listeners can learn from it.
Actually, I didn't feel anything about myself kasi I feel healthy. Wala, as in, there is no signs that I am, I have something inside na meron pala akong ganon. So what I did was, nanonood lang ako ng TV. I was watching TV. Palang naka-raise lang yung kamay ko na ganon kasi nakahiga ako. So while watching, I started, feeling my breast. So I just started feeling my breast. Sabi ko, I just did my mammogram a month ago. So parang out of parang naboboard lang ako or something. I just tried to feel my breast. Tas napaka-unusual. Pag ganun ko dito sa may midsection ng left breast ko, yung feel, it's unusual kasi parang na grape size. Binalik-balikan ko siya and then I touched my other breast. Wala. Inulit na naman yung kabila. Then I felt it. Andito, it's kind of movable.
Yeah.
Pero it's not painful. It's only painful pag pinindot mo siya. Right. Kind of sore. Pero there's no pain at all. Walang pain. Parang ordinary lump lang siya. And then that's why I started calling Romel because he was doing his part-time then. Kasi every Saturday and Sunday.
That you asked him to check the part, no? Na kumbaga i-check niya rin yung breast mo.
Self-check talaga is really important sa mga viewers. Yun lagi ang, that's when I started coming out on public to share my journey about breast cancer kasi I have heard na maraming takot na i-check yung sarili nila kasi hearing the word cancer that you have it, it's really scary. Kahit paanong sabihin mo, kahit stage 1, kahit anong stage pa yan, it's really a scary word. Na kasi I never have realized na mafe-feel ko yung ganito kasi I'm a healthy person. I never get sick. I never, been hospitalized aside from giving birth for my 3 children.
Yeah.
Hindi ako nakakasakit kahit yung grabing, kahit lagnat-lagnat lang. Right. Very rare, very seldom. Ubo, very rare. Kasi nga, I try to take care of myself. Tas bigla, malaman mo may cancer ka. Parang it's parang pinasabugan, parang may time bomb,
Yeah. I'm sure. Now, Kuya Romel, how when you get that phone call from Ate Rica, how how did you react? What was the first thing that came up on your mind?
Really, that initial phone call when she said I'm feeling something on my breast or whatever. I didn't really think of anything. I thought it was just go ahead, make an appointment, get it checked out, and I want to say I'm confident that it's just gonna be another one of those. They kind of like what's benign, whatever.
Benign.
Because back then, in when we were in Dubai, she had something similar where one of her checkups, they found something, I forgot where.
Left breast then.
Is it left breast? Yeah, there was something
under
there.
my armpit.
And then through the process, basically they're benign and all that. So thinking it was just another one of those.
No,
right?
I have to cut you off there. You know, Rica, every time na magpapamammogram ka, di ba? Pag nagpamammogram tayo, sasabihin sa iyo, benign, benign, benign. And then they're gonna do the sonogram, the ultrasound, di ba? Para lang, they would say, you come back after 6 months. And like in my case, I get used to that word, benign, benign, benign. But it doesn't mean na kung benign, walang possibility na
They will only tell you, Joe, they will only tell you it's benign once you undergo biopsy.
Right.
They will not tell you it's benign if it's, did not undergo biopsy. So, yung previous ko is they said it's not suspicious at all kasi they've been there. The lumps have been there years ago na minomonitor nila. So, they actually didn't use the word benign. Yeah, they will only use the word benign if you undergo biopsy.
Procedure na biopsy. Okay.
There's no...
Romel, with your story about, that condition, about the benign na yung nakita sa kanya at the time, yes.
Right. Right. Oh, tell the story of what I'm referring to?
Yes.
What happened when I found out?
Yes.
Yeah. What happened when you found out?
Right. So again, I was like a couple hours from home. So over the phone right away, I said, make an appointment. It's nothing. So I'm confident that yes, you're going to see the doctor, and then they say, oh, it's nothing. So right away, she called the hospital, and they had I think they got her an appointment the following day, and they did the checkup, and I think the reaction from the doctor is kind of like it's not what I expected. It's kind of like like why is this here? This is not normal. So now there's a little bit of worry there because now they schedule her for biopsy, and then I think they did it right away, and then we found out the results like 4 days after. So now fast forward, I think she did the biopsy on Tuesday, and then the results come out on Friday. The doctor said, "Give me a call, or I call you and tell you what's going on." So we didn't think anything to that point. We were not worried about anything. She probably is.
I am.
But she was at work. We're both at work, and I got a phone call from
my director.
From the director, say, "Hey, come over here to work. Something is wrong." At the same time, I'm receiving another phone call from the doctor or from the hospital, basically telling me, "Hey, can you take the information because your wife
hysterical,
she's basically hysterical." And at that point, it just kind of everything is just kind of went dark. My knees, weak, and all. It's just kind of bad feeling, like he's trying to be strong and all that, but just kind of like just give it to me. So she basically told me that that she it's positive, like that she have
malignant. It's malignant.
Right, the malignant. There's a lump. The lump is malignant or whatever, cancer. And so I think from that point I rushed to her work, and of course she's kind of torn apart. She's hysterical and all that stuff. So I think that's kind of like the hardest part. I think from that day for about 2 weeks, I'd say. It's crying. Basically like even that same night, it was probably the toughest for my part, right? Because that's when the blaming part comes in, kind of like the not admission, what
Like
I'm talking
being
about,
insensitive.
like kind of like accepting what's going on, and then the blaming part coming from her. It's a lot. It's that, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like we don't practice for this, so everything for me is kind of like new. What's my next step? What's my next step?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kind of like, I know there's cancer. Now we have something to deal with. In the back of my mind, it's like, oh my God, there's going to be a long process. But at the same time, Rica is already thinking death. She's already thinking, I'm not going to be here for my kids. But me, I'm thinking cure or
Yeah.
long cure.
Yeah.
You're thinking like financial, you're thinking like she's working, but now she's not working, or she's not going to be working, the recovery, and so on and so on. And then chemo. So there's a lot. So again, just that with that same night, and then like breaking the news to families and friends, it's a lesson learned, because I don't know how to do it. So basically, like, okay, call my mom. So I called the mom, and I don't want to say, hey, your daughter have cancer. So I'm just kind of like trying to joke around it, trying to find my way.
I get mad.
At the same time, she's getting mad already in the background, like, why don't you just tell her I have cancer? You know what I'm saying? Kind of like,
Yeah.
it's almost like she's not on her self anymore. She's very, very sensitive. When I say this, because, I have to remain strong in front of her.
It's very emotional.
Oh, I think it's beyond emotional. It's for me, I have to remain strong, kind of like I'm trying to like, hey, keep your head up, keep the smile, stay happy. But you can't do that.
It's hard.
But those are the words coming out of my mouth, and now I'm becoming the insensitive person.
Right.
Because when we call her mom was saying the same thing, like, don't worry about it. There's cure. There's a process. You're gonna be strong. Stay happy. Exact same words I'm saying. However, she's saying yes to her mom, and other people saying the same thing. But when she turned around to me, I'm like the insensitive person. You know what I'm saying? And at first I didn't understand it. I was kind of hurt, but like, okay, we can get through this. I know she's going through a lot of emotion, but I'm saying this because I think those are the hardest part, because there's kind of like a blaming part there that I had to go through. So you had to find something to blame to. Like, I was healthy anyway, I was doing everything, but here I am.
But were you like the shock absorber at the time?
I think it's more than shock absorber. Really, it's.
Ate Rica says, yeah, she was.
I'm trying to exaggerate it, because I'm trying to get the listeners to feel how bad I'm trying to describe, right? So it wasn't just, okay, I'm mad at you, whatever, done. No, it was deeper than that. It's almost like, I kind of like, people tell you, okay, what you need now is stay happy, bring the happy hormones, and those helps with the cure. So here I am saying, how do I do that inside my mind? Oh, by the way, I bought some couple tickets tonight for a comedy show. And I was kind of like, at first I was like, okay, we're not going to comedy show tonight because she's broken up. And then I think her boss was in the house, and she said, oh, you guys need to stay happy. And for some reason, I came up with this bright idea. I was just like, oh, maybe we can go to the comedy show. I have tickets. And they both looked at me like, are you like crazy? Like,
I have cancer, and then we're going to a comedy show. Well, how would you do that?
Right, because I don't know the right answer. I don't know the right words. Right. What's the right thing to do? So thinking I can kind of like, when just me and her, I can go to the bar or club and watch the comedy show, hoping that she'll laugh. Yeah. But now thinking about it, I felt stupid, because there's no way, right? You just found out you have a cancer, and now you're gonna go to a comedy show. So
she was very depressed at the time. She was very depressed.
Right.
Yeah.
Very depressed and hurt and everything. But here I am as the partner. I'm trying to remain strong. I don't want to break down with her, even though inside me,
You want to break
you
it
know,
down.
I'm feeling it, but I can't show it to her. So I'm trying to give her as much positive and happy things, but in return, she accused me of the bad person.
Yeah.
She accused me of.
Did you
Yeah,
find
I'm insensitive.
right? Did you find out that it is okay? What she wanted is for you to be broken down with her at the same time, together, and lift up yourself together. What did you find out?
Well, I wasn't
you-
sure about the question.
Yeah. What did you find out afterwards? Did you find out that is it okay that you feel what she feels and all that stuff, like be with her? So what did you end up doing?
I think that night it was just a lot of kind of like, I would say, she wasn't talking to me.
Yeah.
It never got better. Let's put it that way. I think from that night it was continuous thing.
Yeah. Sure.
For a few days, even for a week or even longer.
And I guess he already knows me. Like if I'm mad, and sometimes most of the time if I get angry, he knows what I need. I just need him to hug me, and then I want him to baby me. So probably that's what you did after, right?
Right. And I think it's more than that. I think what happened, I think what fixed it a little bit or helped a little bit is when she starts sharing to other people. Is when she start kind of like
others
opening up.
When she start broadcasting to everyone or sharing like, hey, I do have cancer and so on, right?
Yeah, it helped.
Because also I forgot to mention she also shut down, or she shut off communication from everybody
2 weeks.
for about 2 weeks.
For 2
She's
weeks.
not receiving phone calls. And then regardless, people will find out anyway. So now they're calling.
Yeah, because they know that I'm active.
They're
on Facebook.
They're messaging. She was active on Facebook. All of a sudden, she's not, and they already have an idea. They heard it from somewhere, but now they want to hear from her. But she just shut off her phone. She's not answering anyone for I think about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I think what helped was when she finally realized that, hey, maybe I should just share this and let everyone know, or the friends and everybody, that I do have a cancer. And I think kind of that helps a little bit.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
So
when you share, and then some people get to understand what you are undergoing, it helped a lot, but not all.
Not
You know?
all.
I think I'm sure the question will come up later, but that's something another thing to share.
Yeah, no,
Kinda,
absolutely.
We're referring to comments and suggestions and well wishes. Sometimes not all of them.
I
works.
experienced that when I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2018. Some people, alam mo yung ibang tao, sabi nila sa akin, kasi ganyan ka kaya ka nagkasakit. Alam mo, karma yan. At kasi hindi ka ganito, di ba? Alam mo, some people are so judgmental.
Oh, yeah.
But, I'm telling you, walang pinipili ang cancer. Walang pinipili yan. And for others to say that is very, very rude.
Yeah, it's a shame to them. But I was gonna ask because we're gonna be running out of time soon.
Here, that's story, by the way, Emmerich, yung sinasabi niya nga yung mga comments.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, what was that?
It's
not even to that extreme, right? I mean, a lot of what I'm referring to was actually their positive messages or well wishes, but they're just kind of like not hitting the spot or not working for this condition. What I'm saying is, like, hey, you'll be fine because my cousin had cancer and so on and so on. I don't. They start comparing you to people that they you know that had the same thing, but it's just not working, or it's just not coming in for Rica anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The intention is there, but the message is the certain messages are not helping. More, if anything, it makes it worse. And then it goes to kind of like, I think, an initial, just going back, part of the thing why she kind of shut off from everything, because now you're thinking like, what am I gonna tell people when they find out I have cancer, when the whole time I'm kind of like a fitness icon or whatever, right? Not the right exact word.
That's
but
also one.
because here, I don't know, we didn't put that on our bio. During the summer, we teach like pole, tabata, all kinds of fitness, kickboxing, and so on.
Yeah.
Now you have cancer, so some people, they look at like, see, none of that none of that stuff work or whatever, right? So see, you do it kind of like.
Yeah, we're also advocate when it comes to fitness. We're trying to teach people how to be healthy, how to live a healthy lifestyle, and then all of a sudden you find out that you have cancer.
Right.
How will I explain this to people who keep following us, who
Right.
keep believing in us, who keep trusting us about their health? It's kind of hard to explain to them what I am.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's almost like you're a little embarrassed or you're a little ashamed.
Do you
kinda like-
do you still feel that way?
Not anymore
No.
until after we spoke about after my breast surgeon had explained everything to us.
Yeah.
So from there, we were kind of enlightened about how cancer is, that there's no one to blame. If you have
Right.
cancer, there's no one to blame.
The causes are unknown.
It's not
Exactly.
right. It's not the things that that you
That
didn't do or you've done.
It's because you're unhealthy. It's not.
Right.
It's
So
because
I think,
healthy or unhealthy.
yeah. So basically, I think education
Awareness.
plays a lot, right? Listening to the doctor.
Yeah.
Listening to the right stuff, right? 'Cause
Right.
you can YouTube a lot of information, but you could be YouTubing the wrong stuff.
Right.
But if you listen to the professionals like the doctor
Exactly.
and hear it from them, you kind of like, now it makes sense. And that
Exactly.
kind of helped a little bit with the acceptance or whatever.
Did you both see any therapists during this journey?
Actually, we did not.
No, we didn't. No therapist.
No.
I think our therapist probably our main surgeon or her main surgeon, Dr.
Dr. Kiefer.
Dr. Kiefer, because he kind of like, you can ask all the questions, he'll give you the correct answer, and kind of like, I think that's kind of like our therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, at that moment, we both only need, enlightenment about what cancer really means or it's all about.
Right.
So as soon as we found out about all the details about cancer, we started to be optimistic about everything.
Right. And I just want to cover real quick because we might miss, I think it's an important part. So I don't know if it was mentioned. So the process, we started with lumpectomy.
Just make it quick.
Yeah. So they from what the information we got, the best option at that point is just remove the lump. But then a few days later, came back like, oh, there's more stuff in there. So now here's the information. So now the decision changed to where either we keep taking lump out of one breast, same breast. It's not a good option. So the second option, probably the best option, was go ahead and go to the full mastectomy by removing both breasts.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of decision making, but make sure you get the right information and
Make a decision.
the right answer coming from the
And going
patient.
through a mastectomy, that's not an easy procedure. Now we have 8 minutes on our radio show. Rich, dito natin sila. We are going to listen, how they're going to sing tonight.
Oh,
Viewer, it's very fast. So we have 7 minutes. If you don't mind giving us a special song tonight.
She'll sing and I'll just accompany her with the guitar. How about that?
Oh,
actually,
sure.
it's just because we've been.
It's okay if it's this Tagalog song.
Yes.
Sure.
7 minutes.
Because most of our friends always request this whenever we do our live jamming. Painom muna. Ewan ko alam ni Emrich ito tsaka ni Joe.
What's the title?
Ikaw at ako.
By Moira.
Moira.
Maybe.
Sige, pakinggan natin.
Isa pa. Draw again. Sabi nila palang araw darating ang iyong tanging hinihiling. At nung dumating ang ating panalangin ay hindi na maikubli. Ang pag-asang nahanap ko sa iyong mga mata at ang takot sakali mang ika'y mawawala. At ngayon, nandyan ka na, di mapaliwanag ang nadarama. Handa ko sa walang hanggan, di pa aasahin, di ka sasaktan. Mula noon hanggang ngayon, ikaw at ako. At sa wakas ay nahanap ko na rin ang tanging hinihiling. Pangako sa'yo na ika'y uunahin at hindi na itatanggi. Ang tadhanang nahanap ko sa iyong pagmamahal ang dudulot sa pag-ibig na magtatagal. At ngayon, nandyan ka na, di mapaliwanag ang nadarama. Handa ako sa walang hanggan, di pa asahin, di ka sasaktan. Mula noon hanggang ngayon, ikaw at ako. At ngayon, nandito na, palaging hawakan iyong mga kamay. Di ka na mag-iisa sa hirap at ginhawa, ay ibigin ka. Mula noon hanggang ngayon, mula ngayon hanggang dulo, ikaw at ako.
Oh my. Ang ganda-ganda naman ng
Wow!
yan. Para akong iiyak.
I love it.
Ano naman.
Hindi pa alam yun, Emrich.
No, hindi ko alam yun. Sino kumanta nun?
Ganda-ganda naman.
Adore.
What's that?
Moira de la Torre, yung
Moira de la Torre.
Nga pala. Okay. We have 2 minutes now bago tayo magtakip dito sa ating radio show. With all these things, no, sa cancer journey mo, Rica, ngayong buwan ng mga puso, ano yung gusto mong ibigay na mensahe sa kay Romel? Tingnan mo siya habang, sinasabi mo yung mga message sa kanya.
Habang bibigay ko
Ano?
sa...
Yes. Can you look at him when you say that message?
I think he already know this because just recently, after the challenges that we
1 minute na. 1 minute na lang.
yung 1 minute na lang. Yun, ang gusto lang na yung mga minor issues, kasi pa-baby ko masyado sa kanya. So, siguro napapansin niya, slowly I'm changing. I'm trying to be more, anong tawag doon, mas considerate. Kasi masyado niya akong ni-spoiled. So, ngayon, medyo binabawasan ko ng konti yung pagpapahirap ko sa kanya.
Ganyan talaga tayo. How about you, Romel? What is your message to Rica?
I think I say this every time, not only for Valentine, but no worry, I'm here for you. I will love you through sickness and health, through good and hard, through everything. So don't worry, I'll be here for you. I love you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Very inspiring. Am I rich? Not just
Very
looking
inspiring.
And I really love that song. Tatawagan kita mamaya. Rica.
That can be a duet version.
Duet version talaga yun, ayaw niyang kumanta.
Oh, okay. Kakantayan sa FAC.
Next time.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you so much.
Looking
Ating mga viewers dito po sa PHLV Radio. And magkikita tayo dito pa rin sa ating radio show On the Air with FACC. Thank you so much, Emma Rich.
Thank you so much, Ate Josie. Thank you, everyone.